Alexis did the duet and the tie dance with Angel. Alexis is a great leader, though she may not see it. She's an amazing leader. She's good at rounding everyone up together and still having fun. And she also, her dance skills, she leads by example as well. She always has a positive attitude and is encouraging when other teammates are down. She's like, always trying to pick everyone up. And as a dancer, you also have beautiful lines. I love that about your dancing. The next person I'm going to call up here is Emerly's. This way. So Emerly's is very dedicated. She's quiet, but she is so dedicated. She always gives it 100% at practice. I can always rely on her to give it, like I said, 100% in everything that she does, and during the performances. She also knows when to have fun and how to have fun. So even though she's really committed and really focused, it's so fun to see Emerly's enjoying herself too. And then when she's enjoying herself, she makes sure that the other people around her are also enjoying their time. So thank you. The next person I want to call is Cynthia, but Cynthia's not here. But I do want to recognize her. She's at a volleyball tournament, and I know I heard she's an amazing volleyball player. I haven't seen it myself, but all the other girls who play volleyball always brags about her. But Cynthia is very helpful and very reliable. And not just at dance, but everything that she does. I can rely on her to help everyone. When we did our sleepover, she was the one who was always in the kitchen helping me out. She'd be the first one doing the dishes before me asking. I was like, wow, Cynthia is so reliable and helpful. And even though she's very quiet, she's great at communicating in her own ways. There are times where she'll just text me if she feels like she wants to say something, but she doesn't want to say it in front of people, or even on days when we're not practicing and she's got some thoughts in her mind, she'll always text me and share what her thoughts are. And she's also a very persistent dancer. Even when I'm hard on her, she continues to keep working on it and ask me questions on how she can improve. The next person I want to recognize is Desiree. Take off your coat. Yes, do take off your coat. Yes. Desiree has the drive to succeed and be the best that she can be. Throughout this year, I've seen that Desiree has learned how to focus more, and she's really developing her teamwork skills and being a leader in her own way. So if she sees that a teammate is struggling with a certain move, she'll reach out and tell them her tips and her advice to help them improve. So I really appreciate that in you, Desiree. And when I mean drive to succeed, she's always one of the first ones I can rely on to volunteer. When I ask for people to volunteer for a certain thing and no one speaks up, but Desiree always volunteers herself to be a leader or help in any way that she can help. So thank you, Desiree. The next person I want to call up is Eva. Eva is so independent. Eva gets so much done by herself. I trust her so much in everything that she does that she's gonna get it done. And she does show that. She also has amazing teamwork. Eva is friendly, but she's also helpful with all of her teammates. Just like Desiree, she'll always reach out and offer her ways to help someone improve and any tips and advice that she has to offer. She always speaks out when I'm asking the team for their thoughts and opinions. She's one of the first ones to speak out and not be afraid to be honest and communicate with me. Eva is also, I mentioned this already, but I really want to point it out that Eva is very friendly. She gets along with everyone. And I really appreciate that because sometimes I feel like when people are uncomfortable, you help them get comfortable. All right, so thank you, Eva, before I move on. The next person I want to mention is Kalina. Kalina has such a beautiful smile, and it's not just like smiling performing, but I feel like it's a genuine smile because I honestly feel like she's having fun when she's dancing and when she's at practice. You're so unique and you've improved in so much throughout this past year, not only with your dancing but with your confidence. And I can see that when I see you dance, I feel like you're very passionate, and I appreciate that. I'm really happy to have you on the team. Kalina is new to our team this year, or in 2021, and I'm happy that you are going to be sticking around with us for 2022. All right, thank you, Kalina. The next person I want to mention is Lonnie. Yes, good in. Sorry. You guys can be a diagonal too, if that's easier. Yeah, we could be a U. How about that? All right. So Lonnie, you started with me a long time ago. If you guys don't know, Lonnie is my next door neighbor when I lived with my parents. And her sisters and I also danced when we were young. So Lonnie joined when I originally started teaching, and I'm so glad to have her part of the team again. She joined us again in 2020. And from 2020 to 2021, you have improved so much, like tremendously. I think you were really rusty at first, but Lonnie really worked on her dancing, and if you saw from the beginning, from tryouts to our last competition, you would say, wow, that is amazing. And Lonnie always does the extra credit, and what I mean by doing the extra credit is when I ask people to submit their own choreography or share something, she always does that exactly what I want. When I say, I want to see you guys make moves for this part, or make your bows, or whatever that might be, Lonnie will take her time to do it at home and send it to me. And so I appreciate that because it shows to me that you are so creative and that you want to take initiative in making this team better. So thank you, Lonnie. The next person I want to mention is Lila. Wow, Lila, I just noticed you're wearing makeup. Lila doesn't really wear makeup, but I'm excited to see her wear makeup today. The only time I ever see her wear makeup is when we're performing. And that kind of has to go with what I want to mention for Lila. In 2021, I saw that your confidence really started to show in dancing. And now I see that you're starting to wear makeup too, and I love that you're being more confident about your dancing and about yourself. Even though she's very quiet, she's very passionate. She pays attention to all the little fine details in the dance that most people don't recognize. And she's one of the first people, a lot of the dancers do this, but she'll always point out like, hey, everyone's doing this thing a little different. And sometimes I don't notice it, but it also, when she mentions it, it's something that makes a huge difference in our dances and makes us better. So thank you, Lila. The next person I want to mention here is Luna. Luna is newer to our team. She joined us in 2021. I didn't have her try out in 2020, and she actually moved to Sun Prairie a little later, but I saw Luna doing K-pop dancing on YouTube. One of my sister-in-laws showed me, and I was like, ooh, I like her. I want her. And so I was really excited when we had openings in 2021 to have her join us in our team. And it's really important. I thought it was really important to us to have you because in your K-pop dancing, you're strong and you're fierce, and you don't just dance, you perform. Like your facial expressions, your body language. And when she did Hmong dancing with us, I know Angel, sorry to put you on the spot, Angel was afraid that she wouldn't be able to do that in Hmong dancing. And I was like, no, I can tell, she's got it. And she did that. She brought that strong and fierce dancing and her performance, facial gestures and body language, and that also spread to the rest of the team, because I could see some of the other dancers are also doing that, dancing more fierce, not just with their arms and their leg movements, but also with their facial gestures and everything that they do. So I'm so glad to have you. And then also in 2021, Luna did a solo for the Hmong dance. She was our son that ran away, that escaped and ran away. So thank you, Luna. All right, the next person I want to mention is Lydia. So in 2021, Lydia did also a solo for our Hmong dance. She was our rooster. And she did a great job at it too. But Lydia has fantastic leadership skills. She's great at communicating with her team and with me. Just like Eva, when I ask people for their opinion, she's one of the first people that will share her thoughts and opinions. And she's also really good at holding back and allowing other people the time to voice their thoughts before she shares hers. So I think that's very valuable. She's also dedicated. She always comes to practice. I remember towards the end of the year, you had volleyball practice, and you would come to practice for 30 minutes, go to volleyball, and then come back at the end. And it's like, oh, Lydia, you didn't have to go back and forth. But that to me shows how dedicated and committed she is to the team, not just, at performances, but at practices that she values that time. So thank you, Lydia. The next person I want to mention is Neela. Great, awesome. So Neela is very similar to, I mentioned Lonnie creates choreography. Neela does the same thing. When I ask for people to share their choreography, Neela creates choreography and sends it to me. And her choreography is so unique. I've seen it improve so much from when we did our first virtual Hmong dance competition to where it is now. And it's amazing. Like when she did our thing choreography for our rooster dance, and everyone loved it. At first they were like, oh, it's so different, having a tough time learning it. But then when you saw it with the music, it's like, oh wow, it's so unique, it's so different, but it was amazing. And it definitely put a different spin on our dance as well. Neela has a beautiful smile and confidence when she dances. You can definitely see it. And she doesn't just smile with her teeth, but she smiles with her eyes. And Neela is really committed to success. She always thinks about the team, just similar to Lila. She pays attention to all the little details that sometimes I don't notice, and I appreciate when my dancers do that, when they also share their insights on how we can be better. Thank you, Neela. The next person I want to mention here is Nucci. So Nucci is the baby of our team. She tried out for the very first time in 2020 and stayed with us throughout 2021. I would call Nucci our underdog. Nucci, I'm sorry. Nucci has also improved so much. When she first started dancing with us, she was brand new to Hmong dancing, and you wouldn't have known that if you looked at our last competition and see how she performed, that she was brand new, and that she's also the youngest one in our team. She's pretty tall too. I can't wait to see how you continue to shine, and I hope that you stick around with us, but if not, it's okay. But I can see that the 2021 helped you grow tremendously, not just as a dancer, but as an individual, and that you're very hardworking. I'm so proud of you for that. Yeah? Which is such a good title. I'll think about it. Okay. The next person I want to mention is Trinity. So Trinity is you're someone that I can always trust. She's always at practice and on time, always has everything prepared. She also not only can I trust her to do everything, follow all the directions I asked for, but she's also very helpful with the other dance teams. So I trust that I can always rely on her. Trinity is also a leader in her own way. Like I mentioned, coming to practice on time, always having everything prepared. She also reaches out to the rest of her teammates and makes them feel comfortable. And she's also very persistent with everything that she does. Even though I give her a hard time sometimes, she continues to stay strong and fight through it. And I appreciate that so much, your persistency. So thank you. Awesome. And then lastly, I want to mention Angel. I know I went in alphabetical order except for Angel, but that's because Angel's a little different. Angel not only participated as a dancer, but she was also my co-coach, my assistant coach. She helped when I couldn't be there at practice, or when I was pregnant, or when I had just given birth to Camellia. She was there to help teach the girls and guide them. And so I appreciate all the work that you do, not just to help guide them, but also dance with them and support them in that. And I think they also really appreciate having you a part of the team. I remember when we announced that we would have Angels part of the dance team, and everyone was so excited, like, yes, Angel's dancing with us. And even though you're older, you blend right in with all of them. So thank you. Awesome. So I wanted to get a quick photo of everyone standing together. Oh, what is it?